All right, Colts fans, listen up. We're disappointed about the loss. It's a big loss. It hurts, it stings, it sucks, it's ridiculous. I know. It's bad news. We're all disappointed. They should have won that game. I'll go over why. We're going to talk about this for the next 15, 20 minutes. We'll see how long I go. But I'm rocking Dallas Clark, by the way, people. But listen up. Here we go. Listen. Listen up and listen good. Listen well. This Colts team is the real deal. They are going to dominate all the mid teams and all the bottom teams. They're going to just destroy them all. They're destroying all of them. If you're an average team, you're going to get beat the crap out of them. They're done. All the bottom teams, you're done. It's not even close. It's going to be a smashing. And the Colts are going to be in every single game this year. Every single game. All the top teams. Colts are going to be in it. That's how good this team is. This offense line's amazing. They did let up two sacks this week, which is a rarity. This offense line's amazing. And Daniel Jones, he didn't have the best game. He was good. He threw 2 interceptions, one early interception in the beginning, where he had plenty of time. He steps up, he throws it deep down the right side, short, underthrows it a bunch. The safety comes over, picks it off for the first interception. All right? But he still had a respectable game, 24 for 33. He threw a touchdown. Did really well. He still leads the league in QBR, 2 points ahead of Josh Allen. This team is dominant. Daniel Jones doing the right things. This team is awesome. Offensive line, blocking, plenty of time. Dumping it off to Taylor, to Warren, Tyler Warren over the middle. He's hitting Adonai Mitchell in stride, getting Pittman. It doesn't matter. Daniel Jones finds the right guy to throw it to and puts it on the money. This is what he does. Jonathan Taylor only had 17 carries, 76 yards. He didn't have a touchdown. He should have had a touchdown in the end, which we're going to get to in a few moments. I'm holding in my anger. All right? But it started off rough with the interception by Daniel Jones. They made up for it. The Rams got a field goal. It was 3-0. The Colts got a field goal 3-3. The Rams had a 4th and 1. The Colts stuffed them. They get the ball back, and they challenge it. They overturn it, and it was great. The 45-yard line. And then Tyler Warren got his first touchdown as a Colts. The tight end. That's why I'm rocking Dallas Clark. Because this guy has the hopes to be Dallas Clark and beyond. Way better than Dallas Clark. He could be. Because he's looking like prime-time Dallas Clark. Tyler Warren does everything. He had a 2-yard touchdown run to take the lead. So he scored a touchdown. And the Colts took the lead. They were up 10-6. Oh, they were 10-3. And then the Rams got a field goal to 10-6. Pretty crazy. And then the Rams got a touchdown. They had a 96-yard drive at the end of the first half. After the Colts outplaying them in the first half, they went 96 yards all the way down the field. Soft Swiss cheese defense. It was horrible. Lou Anarumo wasn't throwing any blitzes, wasn't changing anything up, and Stafford just gobbled them up because he threw for 375 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he just gobbled them up. I didn't like that. It looked like Gus Bradley defense. It was horrible. Yeah, Tyler Warren's a beast, Joe Moss. A beast. Appreciate it, Pearson, Gaming Boy Giants fan. Awesome stuff. So they drove down the field. That defense was horrible. The play calling was bad. Soft defense. They drive down the field, and they get a touchdown. So bad. It was horrible. And then at the half, the Rams go into half up 13-10 instead of losing, which was absurd. And then in the third quarter, all disaster strikes. And the McCool is here. Hawkins is here. What's up? All disaster strikes. Daniel Jones drops back to pass. Alec Pierce is out, by the way. Alec Pierce isn't playing. Down the sideline goes Mitchell. Jones makes the throw on the money. Catches it in stride like this. Mitchell makes the grab with the defender on him. Gets past him. Gets past the other safety. They both go down, streaks down the sideline, and breakaway touchdown, and he's running, and he goes to put the ball in his hand, and he loses it at the goal line, and fumbles it out of the back of the end zone for no touchdown. I almost broke things. Almost broke things. It was complete insane. It should have been 17-13 Colts. They would have been up by 4. But instead of getting points, instead of getting a touchdown, instead of taking the lead, the Rams get the ball at their own 20. That was the worst thing. I just don't know how these teams do this, how this happens all the time. It is so ridiculous, so unacceptable, and it just drives me bonkers. Tyler Warren is the best tight end. He could be the best in the league. Like, he's up there with Kittle, who's been out for a while. Kelsey's on the downside of his career. You got McBride, that's a beast, but Tyler Warren does it all. So he got his first touchdown on the ground, which is amazing. But the Colts still play well. They hold the Rams in the third quarter, and Pittman gets a touchdown from Daniel Jones, and they take the lead 17-13 from 2 yards out. So that was pretty sweet in the third quarter. And then the Colts, they take over. They get a big, they go to hand it off, and he gets blown up in the backfield. He fumbles the ball goes flying, the Colts recover. So, bam. And they take over inside the Broncos territory. All right? So this is what happens. And the Colts, Daniel Jones throws this nice pass to Tyler Warren, catches it at the 5-yard line for a first down, going to be first and goal, but wait. Penalty on Tyler Warren. He did a little push, slight little push, and he gets called for offensive pass interference. A couple penalties move the Colts back. They have to set up for a field goal. They kick a field goal, and they only go up 20-13. So penalties. Total destruction for the Colts. They didn't get a touchdown on that drive, but they go by 7. Then Nakua, in the fourth quarter, they go down the field, and Nakua gets a 9-yard touchdown. They couldn't stop this guy. Nakua was insane. Nakua had 13 receptions, 170 yards, and a touchdown to tie the game at 20-20 with 3 minutes left. Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Oh, my God. So, that was insane. So, it's 20-20. All right? 20-20, 3 minutes left. The Colts are marching down the field. Jonathan Taylor gets a handoff, runs to the middle, breaks the tackle, does a spin maneuver, breaks another tackle, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Colts are up. But wait, there's more. Adonai Mitchell gets the guy around the neck, pulls him down. No touchdown by Jonathan Taylor. They move him back 10 yards. Then the whole bunch of penalties on the offense after that. So they take 2 touchdowns off the board. Mitchell cost him in the third quarter, taking a touchdown away, fumbling at the goal line. And then you have Mitchell with the hold, taking away Jonathan Taylor's touchdown in the fourth quarter. That was going to send them to the lead, send them to victory. Colts are going to win. And Mitchell blows it again. So not once, but twice. This guy screwed the Colts over twice, and they don't beat the Rams because there's like less than 2 minutes left. They kick it off to the Rams. They're at the 12-yard line. One play. Throws it to Tutu Atwell at their own 12. The defender gets tripped. He falls down. Wide open Tutu catches it. Runs it all the way down the field for a touchdown, 88 yards. And the Colts only had 10 guys. 10 guys on defense. What a mess. What a fluke. What ridiculousness. Insane. Unbelievable. They should have won that game 2 times over, but this is how good this team is. With those miscues, they still had a chance to win that game. And it was in Los Angeles. They played them close. They had a chance to beat them. Puka was a beast. Stafford was amazing. Kyren Williams had 77 yards on the ground, but through the air was crazy. They had 1 catch by Tutu. 1 catch for 88 yards and a touchdown. But the big thing for the Colts, the big disaster for them is the penalties. The penalties are the worst. So Adonai Mitchell, he gets the disaster of the day, the bum of the week, the dud of the week. He's horrible. He's the worst. But if they had Alec Pierce, they win that game because he does not do that. That does not happen. It's just a fluke concussion, and then Mitchell with a stupid fumble, unreal. That is the unreal situation. Let me see. The penalties. 11 penalties for 88 yards. The Rams had 7 for 63. This is unacceptable for a good team. Too many penalties. And a bunch of holding penalties, which also kills drives and they take away touchdowns off the board. So it's insanity. 2 errors by Mitchell, exactly. What up, Derby? What up, Steve and Gaming Boy and Joe Moss? Appreciate you guys coming out to hear my ranting and raving for the Horseshoe Blues and News. I'm so angry. So they got to cut down the penalties. That's still hurting them. And then the sloppy play by Mitchell, that's a fluke. So if it wasn't for that, the Colts take down the Rams. And the Rams are one of the best teams in the league. They should have beat the Eagles last week, and the Eagles came back to win. So maybe karma or something is happening to the Rams for them to get the win this week after the Eagles blocked two field goals, returned one for a touchdown to steal the game from the Rams. So they were able to steal this one was even flukier. I mean, the Eagles blocked them. This is a random fumble by Mitchell at the goal line. That would have been his first touchdown, too, for the second-year guy. Would have been his first career touchdown. And this is what he has to remember. This is what he's got to think about forever and ever. You blew the game. You cost the Colts a win. Forever and ever. And he wears number 10 because 10 receivers were picked before him. Maybe that's why. Maybe you're a bonehead. Maybe you need to sit on the bench. Luckily you don't get dropped. You're getting dropped to the bottom of the order. You're going to get Doolin ahead of you, who's a special teams guy. He's more dependable than Adonai Mitchell. And I'm hoping about this guy. I'm hoping for him. I have him in my Dynasty League in fantasy. I want him to do well. But not like that. To lose like that because of him, that's terrible. He can get those crazy deep plays. He's a fast guy. He has potential. Not in year 2. Maybe year 3. Not year 2. Year 2, Mitchell, his butt's meeting the bench. You sit on the bench and you watch. That's it. You're done. We got Pittman. We got Downs in the slot. We got Pierce when he's healthy. We got Warren over the middle. Mo Ali Cox, and don't worry about him. He'll be a run blocker. But we got to get down the penalties have to go. You got to stop that crap, and the random ridiculousness. The offensive line's amazing. Daniel Jones doing great. Oh, and then the Colts got the ball with a little bit of time left, less than a minute, or around a minute. A little over a minute. My bad. 90 seconds, and then Daniel Jones had plenty of time to pass. He goes deep down the left side of the field this time. Underthrows it again. And picked off. The safety comes over and picks it off. So what he did at the beginning of the game, deep, underthrown, picked off by the safety. Left side, underthrown deep, picked off by the safety. So we gotta watch out for the penalties. Gotta cut that crap down. That's killing the Colts. And Daniel Jones gets the short stuff and the intermediate stuff. He's got to work on his deep ball to the corners. That's what killed Daniel Jones. Underthrowing it. Can't underthrow it. That's the only thing that Anthony Richardson can do that Jones can't do, is get that deep ball. But Daniel Jones does everything else better. Knows who to throw it to, when to throw it, where to throw it, every single time. And this Colts team is going to be rising up. So I'm okay with the loss. This team is so good, they're going to dominate everybody else. They're going to dominate. That's how good this team is. The Rams are so good. You'll see. The Rams, top-notch team in the league. Puka, phenomenal. Best wide receiver in the league. Okay? They got one of the best 1-2 punches with Corum and Williams. So they blew up this defense. It was a little bit of a dud by Lou. But this team is good. This team is the real deal. Both of them. The Rams and the Colts are going to be forced all year long. Bet your bottom dollar. Well, don't bet, but... yeah, this team is going to be awesome. They have the Raiders next week. Let's close out the Raiders. Squash them, squashing the Raiders, and then we got the Rams the Rams taking on the Niners. So you're going to watch the Rams beat up the Niners next week on Thursday. I'll be covering that game. But man, Colts are looking good. I'm disappointed. I'm angry. I'm mad at Mitchell. It'll pass. It'll pass. But this Colts team, I was looking at the roster. They might be able to win like 13 games. I'll run through that real quick. Let me just pull that up in a second. The Colts, come on. Hold on. Let me get this off. It's slowing me down. The club's slowing me down. What just happened? All right, so let's get the Colts schedule. because they got some tough games, but they got the Raiders next Sunday. They're going to squash them. They're home. The Colts are home. Then they got the Cardinals at home, squashing them. Then they go to LA again to take the Chargers. So they had to play the Rams away. They got to play the Chargers away. But they should be able to take on the Chargers. That one's up in the air. But Raiders, Cardinals, those are wins. Chargers, maybe not. Titans at home, win. Against the Steelers, I say they win there. Let's say we don't give it to them. We'll take that away. Okay, so it's still 3. They got the Falcons at home. That's 4. They're going to win that one. After the Falcons, they got the Chiefs. Patty Mahomes never beat the Colts. The only team he hasn't beaten is the Colts. Patty Mahomes can't beat him. But let's say some way, somehow, Patty Mahomes beats the Colts. We don't give it to him. It's still 4. Then they take on the Texans at home. That's 5. Then the Jaguars at home. Let's say they don't beat them. Then they go and beat the Seahawks. That's 6. Then they beat the Niners at home. That's 7. They beat the Jaguars at home. That's 8. And then they go to Houston and beat the Texans. That's 9. 9 plus 3, 12. 12 and 5. And that's losing those big games, which they have a chance to win because they're going to be in every game this year. And they're going to squash a whole bunch of teams. They're going to squash them. It's going to be a beatdown. The best running team. The best passing team. This is the Colts. Believe it or not. You may hate Daniel Jones. You may hate the Colts. This is what it is. Daniel Jones, best QBR in the league after 4 weeks. Jonathan Taylor, most rushing yards after 4 weeks. They're spreading the ball around. Daniel Jones has the 3rd most passing yards. And they're a running team. He has the 3rd most passing yards in the league. And they're a running team because they have the most rushing yards. Jonathan Taylor has the most rushing yards. That's how good this team is. Random fluke game they should have won. Should have won it, but it's okay. They're 3-1. They're still great. They're going to win the next 2 games and go to 5-1, and everybody's going to be like, oh, it's the Raiders. Oh, it's the Cardinals. They're still beating everybody in front of them. They're going to go to 5-1, and then we'll see how Justin Herbert is at home when the Colts come to town. They got to travel out there again and see if they can get a win against Herbert because they should have got to get Stafford. And then they'll go beat the Titans and then the Steelers and the Falcons. So Colts are rising on up, people. They are rising freaking up. That's all I gotta say there. Rising up. Beware of the Colts. They're the best team. They're winning the South. They're winning a playoff game. You heard it right here. They're winning the AFC South easily. The Jaguars are going to get smashed. They're not coming close. Colts winning the AFC South, winning a playoff game because they're going to get the 3 seed. This is what's going to happen. They're going to get the 3 seed. Chiefs maybe get the 6 seed. Chiefs go to Indy. Daniel Jones beats Patty Mahomes in a playoff game, and they move on. After that, we don't know with the Bills and the rest of the teams in the playoffs. But I want the Chiefs in the playoffs. If they go to Indianapolis, they got them. Got them. They got them. Maybe the Ravens make the playoffs in the 6th seed. That defense, Daniel Jones they won't punt. They won't punt against the Ravens. They'll squash them. They'll beat them down. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be bonkers. Go Colts, go. Disappointed, but I'm not destroyed. The Colts are going places. They're winning the South, winning the division, winning a playoff game. At least one. Daniel Jones. Comeback player of the year. Looking good. Dominated the league after 4 weeks. He should have another touchdown. So his stats, he has 1 less touchdown. He threw 1 touchdown, 2 picks. That second one wouldn't have happened. He would have had 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. But flukes happen. Random nonsense happens. And this is where we are. Colts 3-1. Going to 5-1 the next 2 weeks. That's not going to change anybody's minds that they're 5-1. But when the Jaguars lose the next 2, and they have a 2-game lead through 6 weeks, maybe people start believing. But I don't think it's going to happen until the Colts beat the Chiefs on November 23rd. Then you're going to believe in Daniel Jones. That's when you're going to believe in the Colts. November 23rd. Should be sooner rather than later. But I can't make you see all this stuff. Go watch those games. Watch all of them. Watch these other games. Watch all the games that I'm watching and beyond. Watch more. Colts are going to dominate. Only teams better than them right now, Bills, Rams, and of course, your defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. Maybe tossing the Lions. 6th in the league. Indianapolis Colts. Rising to the top! That's what's happening. I'll see you guys on Thursday morning for pre-snap read. That's the end of the show. I am going to have a snack, which is called dinner time, and then relax. Believe. Believe the data, not the stupid luck crap. Luck's the worst. Luck doesn't exist, especially in my realm. He's the worst. Luck's the worst. He's the worst. See you Thursday.